All right. Hello, Amazon sellers. Hello to everyone in the room today, and hello to everyone tuning in virtually. My name is Reed Mitchell, and I'm an advertising specialist with Amazon Ads. My entire job is about being obsessed with your advertising needs as an Amazon seller and figuring out how to best deliver on them by answering your questions, providing solutions, and showing you the potential of advertising. Whether you're new to using our products or like many in this room, you're a seasoned seller. So what are we doing here today? And what will you come away with? First, I want to talk about what it means for a strategy to be full funnel and why we're recommending that you spend time on goals beyond immediate sales. And then we'll actually go through 8 tried and tested tactics that you should be using in your full funnel marketing strategy on Amazon. We're going to be looking at tactics to drive sales, of course, but we're also going to look across the entire shopping journey to build a strategy that helps you reach new customers and create lasting connections. We'll touch upon how you can measure and benchmark your full funnel efforts with brand metrics. And I'm very delighted to be welcoming Gunnar Staples to the stage in just a little bit, who's the Chief Innovation Officer over at Compass Marketing. He's going to help bring these tactics to life with real stories, strategies, and campaigns from an actual seller like you, and lessons we can all learn from them. Let's start with an understanding of what we mean when we say full funnel. Consider one example of a shopper, Sandy, who's looking forward to welcoming her in-laws for the first time since they moved into their new family home. It's still a ways off, but Sandy starts to take inventory of just how empty her new linen closet is. They need towels, bed sheets, and a small rollaway folding bed for when their niece comes to visit. Later that night, Sandy goes to the Amazon store to start browsing. Towels are up first. This stage is at the top of the funnel, when customers are curious about new products and solutions and are ready to explore their options. This is awareness. Since they're just becoming aware of what is available to them, this touch point represents the beginning of customers' interest in a product or a brand. This is your moment to engage shoppers like Sandy, who may not be familiar with your brand or your product selection yet. To be here at this stage is a major opportunity for your brand. Let's think about what goes into shoppers' consideration. They may be asking themselves questions like whether this towel is quick drying or antimicrobial. What colors are available? Can I get it quickly? And what do other customers have to say about these towels? As you're looking to grow your brand, it's key to engage customers at this touch point with the information they need to consider your brand and products for purchase. And completing that path to purchase may not look the same across shoppers or across products. There may be different levels of shopping research shoppers do, or it might take more or less time to make a purchase decision. For example, it's possible that Sandy might be ready to purchase some new towels that night, but since the rollaway folding bed represents a bigger investment, she may need more time to make that decision. But you can continue to engage shoppers like Sandy along the path to purchase to ultimately help drive sales. But wait, Sandy still needs bed sheets for that empty linen closet, and you happen to sell those too. Beyond encouraging customers to explore and buy other products in your catalog with cross-selling and remarketing tactics, there's an opportunity for you to create loyalty, which are lasting connections that also help increase the likelihood of shoppers engaging with your brand on an ongoing basis. And even though no two journeys are the same, what we mean when we say full funnel marketing is creating a strategy across all of these different stages, from awareness to consideration to purchase and ultimately loyalty. And so let's get into some specific advanced tactics, examples, and optimization techniques to engage shoppers at each of these stages. Now, these aren't the only tactics to help build your full funnel strategy, but you can consider these as a starter kit for today. Starting with the awareness stage of your full funnel strategy. I want to zoom in on a couple of our top tactics for the awareness stage of your full funnel strategy. Using sponsored brands with video creative and using sponsored display with contextual targeting. Let's see how to create and optimize them both with the goal of helping to drive awareness. Our first tactic for you to try is to create a sponsored brands campaign with the video creative format. In fact, we've seen that advertisers who do this for a brand for the first time see an average 5.3% increase in awareness for that brand the next month compared to advertisers who don't. Video is a great way to stand out in both desktop and mobile shopping results in an instantly engaging way, no matter what your goals are. This is a great opportunity to promote a specific product, like a bestseller, a new product, or even one that you're running a deal on, so that when shoppers click through, they're taken to the product detail page to go learn more. Now, before you go and look for a video to use in your campaign, here are 6 things to keep in mind when it comes to sourcing or creating your video. First, focus your video on building an emotional connection between customers and your products with inspirational and entertaining visuals. Second, grab attention by showing captivating images or videos of your product within the first 2 seconds of the video. Third, show quick demonstrations of your product in use and highlight its key features. Like how we see in the example, the brand uses overlay text to communicate that it's oven and dishwasher safe. Our 4th tip is to strike a balance between highlighting your product and highlighting your brand. Feature the product for about 80% of the time, while the other 20% dedicated to your brand and your other related product offerings. Our 5th tip is to have your logo appear either at the beginning or the end of the video to help remind customers exactly who you are and what your brand is. And lastly, keep mobile viewers in mind by making sure the product and the content isn't too small. And once your video is ready, it's a quick upload into Campaign Builder for your Sponsored Brands campaign. Let's take a look.
Video can instantly help your ad stand out, so let's look at how to use the Sponsored Brands video ad format. When you're setting up your campaign, pick your ad format as video. You'll pick one product to advertise and go down to the Creative section. Add a short video that showcases your product in action. You can see video requirements and guidance to help pass moderation right from here. Once your video finishes uploading, you'll see a preview of your ad on the right, and it's time to move on to the rest of your campaign.
Our second tactic for helping to drive discovery is creating a sponsored display campaign with contextual targeting. And I want to highlight this quote from Sophia Beinlich, a senior media analyst over at Essential, who says, "Sponsored display is a great help to reach new audiences and introduce them to our brands. Being able to demonstrate how we reach new customers is really powerful for us." Contextual targeting helps you to build awareness of your brand and promote product discovery by allowing you to target specific products or relevant product categories. Categories and similar product targeting serve ads both on and off Amazon, and you have the option to refine further by price, brand, star rating, and even prime shipping eligibility. I want to note that if you do use any of these refinements that I just mentioned, your ads will only show within the Amazon store. And with sponsored display contextual targeting campaigns, there are 3 approaches I would recommend for helping to drive awareness. The first approach is to help drive interest in new product launches or products with low detail page views. The second approach would be to target complementary products to reach new audiences and help make audiences aware of your other products. And the third approach is to use the category targeting option to raise awareness among shoppers who are actively browsing categories that are relevant to your advertised products. And for each of these 3 approaches, consider using the optimized for reach bid optimization, negative targeting to exclude specific brands or products, and custom creatives. According to Amazon Internal Insights, from September of 2020 through May of 2021, for ads shown off Amazon in the US, advertisers who use custom images with creatives in their sponsored display campaigns see, on average, a 29% increase in product detail page view rate compared to those only using the auto-generated creatives. So now that we've taken a look at 2 ways to help shoppers discover your products and possibly your brand for the first time, let's now focus in on the consideration stage, when shoppers may already be familiar with your brand and are researching and comparing their options. Now, similar with awareness, there are other ways to help increase consideration, but I want to focus in on using sponsored brands with Store Spotlight and using sponsored display audiences campaigns. Let's see how to create and optimize both with the goal of helping to drive consideration in mind. In fact, we've seen that advertisers who link a sponsored brands campaign to a store with at least 3 subpages for a brand for the first time see an average of 13.4% increase in consideration for that brand the next month compared to advertisers who don't. So, how can you use this ad format to help drive consideration? With Store Spotlight, you can take advantage of your store and help shoppers who are considering your products and brand as they're getting ready to come to that purchase decision. Here, remember that shoppers have identified a need or a want and are actively considering different products to fill this gap. To create a sponsored brand Store Spotlight campaign, you'll need a logo, a custom headline, and a store launched on Amazon. To be eligible, your store must have at least 3 subpages, each with at least 1 or more unique product offerings. And as an added tip, use rich visuals, engaging videos, and store elements like shoppable images, so that visitors are more likely to spend time on your pages getting to know you, your brand, and your products. Between July and December of 2020, we found that stores with at least 1 image and 1 video saw on average a 27% higher shopper dwell time compared to stores without a video or image. When you create your sponsored brand Store Spotlight campaign with the goal of driving consideration, I recommend testing 2 campaigns, each with a different targeting approach. For your first campaign, try product targeting to help reach audiences browsing for products within the same categories as your featured subpages. To optimize your product targeting campaigns, consider increasing your bids on well-performing targets. And if there are product detail pages that your ad displayed that drove results, you can add these ASINs to your product targeting campaign. For your second campaign, use keyword targeting. Choose broad match to give your ads wide exposure, but start incorporating attributes of the products shoppers might find when they browse in your Amazon store. To optimize, you can consider adding broad match modifiers to indicate that a particular word in your broad match keyword has to appear in customer shopping queries in order for your ad to run. And for both of these campaigns, you can optimize with negative targeting. If you're seeing products or keywords in your targeting that are driving clicks, but maybe not an acceptable return on ad spend, you should absolutely add these to your negative targeting to prevent your ads from displaying for these in the future. Our second full funnel tactic to drive consideration is creating sponsored display audiences campaigns. And there may be benefits too if you haven't tried this sponsored display strategy yet. Advertisers who create a sponsored display campaign with audiences targeting for a brand for the first time see an average 7.2% increase in consideration for that brand the next month compared to those that don't. So let's take a look at how you can set up audiences campaigns with sponsored display when you're in the ad console.
With Sponsored Display Audiences targeting, you can choose which audiences you want to see your ads. Under Targeting, choose Audiences. Then you've got 3 options. Amazon Audiences to use our pre-built segments, Views Remarketing to engage audiences based on past views of product detail pages, and Purchases Remarketing to reach audiences based on purchased products. You can have multiple audience types in a single campaign. You'll see some audiences added by default to your targeting, which you can keep or remove. Then, just click on an Audiences option to add more.
There are really 2 approaches that I recommend taking to help drive consideration with your sponsored display audiences campaigns. As a first approach, choose in-market audiences to engage audiences who are in the aisle, meaning they've been recently shopping for products within a given category. And our second approach is to help re-engage shoppers who may have already considered your products using Views Remarketing, which allows you to reach audiences who have previously viewed your detail page or the detail page of products related to yours. In either of these scenarios, I recommend choosing Optimize for Page Visits, which is a bid optimization feature, and may help increase the click-through rate and lower your cost per click. This allows Amazon to optimize your bid for those shoppers who may be more likely to click on your ad. And with audiences campaigns, you can optimize these as well with custom creatives. So we've covered 4 tactics so far to drive awareness and increase consideration. Now, let's talk about how ads can help you be present when shoppers are ready to buy. Like our previous stages, I want to focus in on a couple of our top tactics for helping to drive purchases. First, using sponsored products with manual targeting, and similar to consideration, using sponsored display with audiences. Let's see how to create and optimize both with the goal of helping to drive purchases in mind. You're likely already very familiar with sponsored products automatic campaigns, and perhaps you've already started running manual campaigns as well. I want to encourage you to set up manual campaigns, one using keyword targeting and one using product targeting. Why, you ask? US advertisers who use both in their sponsored products campaigns see 14% more impressions, 15% more clicks, and 11% more conversions compared to advertisers only using keyword targeting. So let's look at how to set up those campaigns in a way that can help drive sales when shoppers are ready to buy. We recommend setting up 2 manual campaigns with separate ad groups in each based on your targeting strategies. When you're creating your manual keyword targeting campaigns, start with the suggested keywords list. These are tailored to you and can help you build your campaigns without having to go and do all that keyword research. A great feature you can use with your manual targeted keyword campaigns is to sort them by orders, which reflects the number of orders the keyword has historically generated. I also encourage you to use or keep your sponsored products automatic campaigns running too, so that you can continually adjust your manual campaigns based on the insights you're getting from these automatic campaigns. For your manual product targeting campaign, I recommend keeping your category targeting and individual product targeting in different ad groups so that you can most easily adjust and optimize in the future. When you identify high-performing product targets, you can include them in your individual product targeting ad group. To start off, you can use our suggestions. You can also look at the automatic campaigns search term report. Again, looking for those alphanumeric entries that you might want to include in your product targeting campaigns. To optimize your manual campaigns, use the targeting tab to see what's working well. You can move top performers to your more highly controlled exact match types and individual product targeting ad groups, and increase your bid on them. And use the placements tab to see which placements, top of search, rest of search, and product pages are driving conversion-focused metrics like orders, sales, and return on ad spend. Then you can make placement bid adjustments up to 900% for placements that are driving the right results you're looking for. And finally, add negative product and keyword targeting. Our second tactic for helping to drive purchases is creating sponsored display audiences campaigns. By now, this probably looks very familiar, but there are some specific ways to use this ad type specifically to help drive conversions. Like you did for your consideration-focused campaign, you want to create 2 campaigns, one with in-market audiences and one with views remarketing. But instead of optimizing your bid for page visits, optimize it for conversion. If Amazon finds an opportunity where your ad is more likely to lead to conversions, we may increase your bid for that auction by up to 300%. But if we find an opportunity that looks less likely, we might lower your bid for that auction. Finally, let's take a look at 2 more tactics to help drive loyalty and create lasting connections with your customers. These top ones I want to deep dive on are sponsored display audiences campaigns, but using purchases remarketing, and using posts and brand follow. Purchases remarketing is based on historical purchase behaviors to help you engage audiences and help you drive repeat purchases, cross-sell other products to existing customers, and ultimately help build customer loyalty. You can set a look-back window at intervals between 7 days and an entire year. We recommend setting a look-back window that makes sense for your advertised product's lifecycle. So for example, if you advertise a 30-day supply package of diapers, you may want to consider setting a 30-day look-back window for your purchases remarketing campaign. Loyal customers are not only more likely to purchase from you again, but they're also more likely to engage with your brand on an ongoing basis and recommend your brand to others. So as a second loyalty tactic, and the last one I'll highlight today in our full funnel strategy, is using posts and brand follow. Brands that are active with posts have 325% more followers on average than brands who aren't. And shoppers who follow a brand on Amazon spend on average 2 times more on purchases with that brand than non-followers. Together, posts and brand follow can have a powerful impact on customer loyalty. To make the most of your posts, show your product in a realistic or attractive setting to help really show its value. Second, tag your products within your post. You can actually tag up to 10 products within a single post. And third, keep it simple so it's easy to understand, but very impactful. Posts are a chance to tell a story about your product and your brand. So keep it consistent in your voice and visuals, and take it as an opportunity to showcase your brand's values and mission, which can help keep customers connected and invested. You might be thinking by now, all right, Reed, all right, but how do we measure the success of all these efforts? How do I quantify the impact beyond sales and return on ad spend? And how do I know if I'm on the right track? Brand metrics allows you to measure the impact of your upper and mid-funnel efforts on Amazon, using both advertising and non-advertising insights to really help drive business success. Brand metrics help you answer questions like, how can I measure the impact of my upper and mid-funnel advertising? What are other brands in my category, or how are other brands in my category impacting my brand? And how can I determine what worked well and what worked better? With these insights, you can help measure the long-term value of your intent and engagement before and after a purchase, evaluate your success relative to other brands at each stage of the purchase journey, and see what's moving the needle so you can optimize your marketing efforts on Amazon and help drive growth. Now I'm thrilled to introduce Gunnar Staples, Chief Innovation Officer at Compass Marketing, who is here to bring everything I've talked about to life by showing us strategies from a real advertiser, understanding what their actual goals and challenges have been, how they created campaigns to solve them, and what lessons we can all learn from them. Please welcome Gunnar Staples.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gunnar Staples, and I'm the Chief Innovation Officer for Compass Marketing. Compass Marketing is an online retail agency helping brands grow through best-in-class content, advertising, and implementation capabilities. In my role, I've led the development of our Compass Digital Analytics platform, automation software for Amazon's ads campaigns, with tens of millions of dollars in managed spend for our clients since we started as a beta API partner 5 years ago. I also consult consumer packaged goods companies ranging from startups to Johnson & Johnson on ways to grow their business and market share. With the rest of our time today, I want to walk you through a case study showcasing how we utilized the full suite of Amazon sponsored ad solutions to drive performance for Barilla Pasta. We'll start with things we want you to remember, talk a bit about Barilla, their goals and challenges, and then walk through the strategic and tactical components of implementing an Amazon sponsored ad strategy that effectively uses all ad types. There are a few things we hope you take from today's session. First, we want to show you how to strategically use all Amazon sponsored ads to help build a conversion funnel. Next, we'll talk through the math around where to invest and how to measure. This includes monitoring top of search impression share and building a portfolio of investments across the different Amazon sponsored ads types. Before we dive into the full funnel advertising and optimization strategies, let's look at Barilla Pasta and their goals. Barilla is a brand that's over 140 years old. And the pasta category is evolving, which leads to opportunity and risk for a well-established brand like Barilla. Barilla's goals from their Amazon ad strategy included growing their emerging product lines, chickpea and lentil, and growing new-to-brand customers on their entire catalog. Their main challenge was how to balance short-term ROAS goals with long-term business growth. Before we get to the results of Barilla using a variety of sponsored ads, I want to walk through how we wanted the path to purchase for customers to be built using all sponsored ads products together. You've already heard that traditionally, a marketing funnel starts with customers being aware of a brand through brand advertising. Then they go to the store to buy and consider their different options. They purchase and may develop loyalty. On Amazon, many customers start their awareness and consideration journey by visiting the store homepage and using the discovery bar. The top few items on a shopping results page are the main awareness and consideration set. After consideration, a product might be selected, and shoppers may either like it and buy, or pick another item they like better. After purchase, shoppers may come back to repurchase from you if they enjoyed your product, whether that's finding you through their order history or clicking on your ad. So let's walk through each step of the journey and the sponsored ads placements we can utilize at each step. First, shoppers may look for products using chickpea pasta in the Amazon discovery bar. They're presented with a number of products to shop, including those that are displayed with sponsored products and sponsored brands. Shoppers are now made aware of their options and are considering what products to investigate more. Factors that influence the click may include the number of ratings and stars, price, and position of your products on the page. Next, shoppers inspect the product a bit more on the product detail page. Creative content is important here. This is a great opportunity to show potential customers why your brand is the right brand and product for them. Use enhanced content like videos. Make sure content is descriptive but provides relevant information. Include your brand story in prevalent spaces, and ensure branding is consistent throughout. Additionally, if you're brand registered, A+ content can help deepen the connection between your brand and shoppers while on your product detail pages. Now, shoppers could immediately decide to buy, or they can consider other options on the product detail page. This is a chance to drive loyalty with existing customers or consideration among shoppers on similar brands pages, and using sponsored ads can help. Sponsored products, sponsored brands, and sponsored display all have the ability to target products in campaign setup. This is when shoppers finalize their decision and purchase Barilla chickpea pasta. Now let's fast forward to an example of customers who are looking for more product. Let's say they really enjoyed the chickpea pasta. They navigate to Amazon and in the discovery bar search for Barilla chickpea pasta or just Barilla pasta. This is an opportunity for us to re-engage and protect our brand when highly relevant shoppers are using our brand in their shopping. We can utilize sponsored products, sponsored brands, or sponsored brand video ads to utilize sponsored ads' highly visible placements in shopping results and showcase the breadth of our product line, as Barilla's done here. Continuing with our example, shoppers may scroll down the page and watch a video showcasing Barilla's new product, lentil pasta. They decide to click through to learn more. Shoppers are now reviewing Barilla's lentil pasta, where we showcase the various shapes of pasta using sponsored display and sponsored products placements. By using our own products to target, we may establish a product presence in all sponsored ads placements to encourage loyalty and purchase from the rest of our catalog. All right, now the fun part. We have a vision for a funnel experience and an example of what it may look like for shoppers. So let's go through the strategic specifics of planning, implementing, and measuring our Amazon sponsored ads investment. To ensure we invest intelligently, we want to understand the math of what drives revenue. As formula shown, clicks times conversion rate times average selling price gives us revenue. For example, if a page receives 100 clicks and 50% of shoppers convert, we make 50 unit sales. If the product costs $10 to buy, we receive $500 in revenue. We can use sponsored ads to drive clicks, but conversion intent will vary by the keywords, products, or categories we choose to target. The cost of placement may also vary by keyword and product. We want to focus our efforts on placements that we have an advantage. High conversion or below average cost per click can be advantages that allow us to invest intelligently. Now that we understand the math of revenue, let's look at how we can define sponsored ads placements that can help drive return with high ROAS and placements we can use to help drive long-term return. In this simple filtering exercise, we can run the math on which keywords have high ROAS and bucket those as performing keywords. We want to maximize our investment here. And some of our clients define these placements as self-funding. Next, we want to run the math on keywords with a high revenue per click. For these strategic keywords, we can measure effectiveness of our sponsored ad strategy through top of search impression share. Lastly, we have placements that don't return well and don't have strategic value. We want to stay away from these placements and focus on what works for our brand. Now let's look at some examples of what you may find running this math. This data is generic on purpose, but will illustrate the decision process of categorizing a keyword as either performing, strategic, or non-performing. For each keyword shown, we have sample conversion rate data and average selling price. We use this to calculate revenue per click. We can see that keyword A, B, and C all have a revenue per click that falls into our threshold of strategic. This will vary based on the nature of your product's prices and margins. Keyword D is non-strategic due to low revenue per click. On the other hand, keyword A has quite a low cost per click, which nets out to a high ROAS, which is considered performing for our example brand. Keywords B, C, and D all have cost per click that is too high relative to the revenue per click to be considered performing. For the keywords we've defined as strategic, we want to measure top of search impression share. You can find this in the advertising console. We recommend creating a tracking document that measures the weekly top of search impression share on each keyword. Additionally, use bid modifiers to focus investment towards top of search placements for these keywords in sponsored products campaigns. Now that we understand the math to rationalize our investment and how to measure success, let's look at how to build a complete portfolio of placements. We have one view focused on awareness and consideration, and one focused on brand protection. Our performing keywords typically work well in rest of search campaigns, while our strategic keywords are reserved for top of search campaigns. Thinking back to our funnel, each type of campaign can be focused on unbranded or branded placements. And each placement requires certain tactical levers be pulled in the ads console. Once campaigns are set up, most of the optimization work revolves around optimizing our percentage of dollars allocated to each strategy or product line. And to further understand how a portfolio of ads will look for a company with 3 product lines, this slide helps illustrate how portfolios can be set up utilizing all Amazon sponsored ads types. Each of these investments will continually give us insights, which we can use to optimize our existing campaigns and ones we create in the future to reach more shoppers. To drive everything home, let's see the impact Barilla saw in their campaigns. Using a similar strategy talked about today, we saw great results from using sponsored ads together to advertise Barilla's chickpea and lentil pasta products. Among the successes, we're achieving a strong impression share on chickpea and lentil pasta keywords, strong new-to-brand metrics, high engagement and conversion with sponsored display, and high click-through with sponsored brand video ads. As I've walked through, there's a lot that goes into a multi-product Amazon sponsored ad strategy. The most important concepts are first, to build your full funnel strategy using all ad types. Second, use insights to segment performing ad placements from strategic ad placements. Third, measure top of search impression share over time for strategic keywords. And last, build a portfolio of placements and optimize the allocations between them. Your tactical campaign setup structure needs to allow for this reallocating.
All right, so thank you so much for joining us for this talk.